Hello everyone, today I'll be teaching you the teaching pedagogy regarding area and perimeter for grade 5th mathematics class. First of all, I'll teach you how to derive the formula to calculate the area, and then we'll do some practice work in regards to area and perimeters of regular and irregular shapes. So first of all, let's see if you want to find the area of this square. The question arises, what is area? So area is the covered space, the colored or shaded part of this square. As you can see in this square, it's a two-sided or two-dimensional figure. What is dimension? So the dimension of these squares are length and the breadth. So if it's a square because all the sides are equal, all four sides are equal. So if considering that the standard unit of measurement of one side is unit 1, then all the sides will have the same units. So one way to calculate the area of this square is to just count the squares within the covered space. So the covered area of this square is 1 because it has length 1 unit and its breadth is 1 unit. So the area of this square will be 1 unit. Okay? Now let's move forward. And just imagine if you have been given a square with a length 1 centimeter and a breadth with same 1 centimeter. Now if you want to find the area of this square, how will you write? If you count the squares, then it will be 1 centimeter square. Now the unit has changed. The unit of measurement is centimeter. Now here we have written 1 centimeter square. The question arises, why have we written a square here? So just go back and think, if we write 1 centimeter, we write 1 centimeter for the measurement of line segment. But this is not a line segment that we are calculating. We are finding the area. So that's why we have written square in the unit of measurement. And the mathematicians have made our task easier, and they have taught us to write a small 2 at the top of this centimeters. Just look at here, the way I have written. So now what is the operation? Just look at the figure. Having 1 centimeter length and 1 centimeter breadth. Now what is the operation, mathematical operation happening between length and the breadth, so that we are getting the answer 1. So you know the mathematical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Then which of the operation is happening in between 1 and 1? 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter and gives you 1 centimeter. Right, the answer is multiplication. So we have written 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Clear? Is it clear? So the operation, the mathematical operation happening here was 1 multiplied by 1. And we are getting the answer 1. Or you can also write length multiplied by breadth is equal to 1. Hence we can derive the formula of finding the area of this square as area is equal to length multiplied by breadth. Clear? So easy, huh? Okay, let's move ahead. With area, your teacher will always ask you to find the perimeter. If area is the covered space, perimeter is the outer boundary of that shape. You see the outer boundary is colored. So these are the outer boundary or the fence of this square. Considering the same unit of measurement, 1 centimeter length and 1 centimeter breadth, the perimeter will be the sum of all the sides of the square. Hence, we can calculate the sum as 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4 centimeter, and this is a line segment, that's why the unit will be same. Now let's move ahead and do some and see whether this formula applies in other regular shapes or not. So we have taken the rectangle. The one side of rectangle is 2 centimeter and the other side is 3 centimeter. The longer one is the length and the shorter length is called the breadth. And the covered area has 6 square. Let's count. We have we can count the squares as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 squares, or the area of this rectangle will be 6 centimeter square. And if we apply the formula, length multiplied by breadth is equal to area, 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6 centimeter square. The answer is same. Whenever in mathematics, if the laws consistently applies on the same type of figures or shapes, then it becomes a formula. So this formula works in area of a square and rectangle both. So we will calculate the area of a rectangle or a square with the same formula, and the perimeter is simple. Calculating the sides, 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 10 centimeter. It's easy, huh? Now let's see the area of an irregular shape. So the area of an irregular shape, we can distribute the rectangles and squares separately and calculate the area, or we can simply use the simple way out of just counting the square. So I'll just count the square 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So area of this irregular shape is 5 centimeter square, and the perimeter will calculate 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 12 centimeter. So simple. Is it clear now? Now let's explore the area and perimeter on an online software. It's PHAT simulation. I have used it in my classrooms and I found it very useful for exploring and for playing games, and to clear any misconceptions. Students are very comfortable playing it. So in this I have opted the area builder, and I have two options here. One is to explore, where students can explore, and another one is the game. This game can be played in groups or individuals. So let's explore. In exploration, there are cards here. The square cards are already here. We just have to drag and drop these cards on the graph paper, and then it will automatically calculate the area and perimeter for us. So let's explore. I put the card. See, it has changed. It has changed the reading. The area is 1 and perimeter is 4. Is it correct? Yes, it's right. Okay, let's put some more cards here. Yes, see, it's changing. Now we have 2 squares and 8 is the perimeter. It's just counting. We'll calculate and we'll see if we can find. We'll put our squares in different direction, in different position. Either we will form a regular shape or irregular shape, and we'll see whether it is calculating or not. Let's see. Now this is an irregular shape we have formed. With the center space is empty. See, the area is given is 8. And let's count the perimeter. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But here the perimeter given is 16. How come? Let's see. As the perimeter is the outer boundary, so there are two outer boundaries of this shape. One is this boundary and the other one is the inner boundary. See? So let's see 12, then 13, 14, 15 and 16. These are also calculated as a perimeter of this irregular shape. Clear? So in this way the students can explore their misconception, and they can explore further the area and perimeter of regular and irregular shape. Now it's your turn. You can ask students, once they have explored, you can ask them to play the game. In this game, the students can play on different levels. According to the difficulty level, there are from 1 to 6. In level 1, it's asking to build an area, whereas in level 3 and 4, this game asks the students to find the area. And according to the difficulty level, the more the level increases, the difficulty level will also increase. Okay, now let's start and play some game. Now this is level 1, and it says your goal is to find the area which is equal to 20. Okay, so now we'll start placing our boxes, the squares, and find the correct answer. So you just have to drag the shape. These are 4 and 4, it's 8. Then I'll put one more shape, it's 4, it becomes 12. Then one more 4 squares I will put there, and it becomes 16. 4 times 4 is 16. So I need 4 more. So I'll put this shape, and it is now 20. Okay. Now let's check. Great, it's correct. And see, it has given us the score as well. +2. Can you see +2 square? Next we'll click, and it asks us to build. We have to build an area which has 10 squares. Okay, so we'll start putting our shapes here. Let's put a big square with 4, then 4 more becomes 8, then 2 more, it becomes 10 squares. Let's check. Wow, we did it. So we got 2 more scores. So it's now our score is 4. So in this way you can increase your level and go to the next level. You can find the area as well. You can explore. You can ask your students to explore at home as an home assignment. Hope you have enjoyed this lesson, and I'll be back with some more pedagogies and interesting activities for your kids. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Bye. Take care.